Click on the subscribe button and remember to press the bell icon for regular notifications from our digital blogger.
Hello friends, welcome to our digital blogger. Today we are going to review a discount broker, Trade Easy. Now this is a part of Fortune Trading. What we have seen in the recent years that a lot of brokers, a lot of banks in fact might also come into picture. They're trying their hand in discount broking space simply because users are liking that concept. Trade Easy is one of those concepts. In this review we will talk about multiple aspects including the company background, the brokerage charges, account opening related payments, exposure, trading platforms, research and everything, so that you get a complete idea whether Trade Easy is a good enough broker for you or not. Let's get started. So starting with the company background, Trade Easy is a discount broker from Fortune Trading. It's based out of Chennai and most of its client base is out of South India. It is known to provide high exposure or leverage values across segments. We will talk about that in the video a bit later, but for people who are looking to get high exposure in their trades, Trade Easy is one of those options. The problem here is that they provide you outsourced trading platforms. Now there are positives to that, there are negatives to that, but we will again have a touch base on this later in the video. It also gives you free research and tips. So generally what a discount broker does is they give you low brokerage. They give you some other values, but they don't really offer you free research or tips like a full service stockbroker. But in this case, since they're coming from Fortune Trading, sort of a background which is a full service stockbroker, they can allow you to have free research in your trades. Now, if you talk about trading products, there's not much of a range here. Only 4 products: equity, commodity, currency, and derivative, future and option trading is allowed if you're a client of Trade Easy. So you will not be able to invest or trade in mutual funds or bonds or fixed deposits or insurance. None of that segment is available here. Then we have trading platforms, another very important factor, simply because the performance of these trading platforms, the functionality of these trading platforms is going to decide what kind of profit you can make, and at the same time it really depends on what kind of staging you are placed at. So if you're a beginner, then you might not really need an exhaustive set of features, but you still need a decent speed across the trading platforms offered by the broker. So one by one we'll talk about these applications here. We'll start with the mobile application offered by this broker, and for that we need to check out a Google Play Store. So Trade Easy does not really have their own trading application. They only offer you the one offered by Fortune Trading, and this application is rated at a mere 3.1 by around 240 users. Sample size is small, but it is good enough to give you an objective point of view. 3.1 is a very bad rating, and around 40% of the users have rated this app negatively. The satisfaction score is somewhere around 60%. Again, not a good number when the industry benchmark average is around 81%. Now there are concerns with the application. The application has issues with the speed and performance. Their application has limited number of features. So if you are a intermediate or a expert level trader, you might not really want this kind of a trading application simply because of the limitations the application is going to offer you with its feature. You cannot really perform a decent level technical or fundamental analysis using this application as well. So if you're a beginner, then yes, to an extent you can start with this application, but after a while you are going to hit a wall, and then probably you might need to switch to some other broker. Its update frequency is generally 3 to 4 months. The last one was done on August of 16, 2017. Number of installs 10,000 to 50,000. So from the numbers perspective, from an objective point of view, and from the customers feedback, we see that the application is way below average, and certainly it needs to work upon multiple aspects. For example, to start with the improvement of the user experience, introduction of new features, and certainly they need to improve on the speed and performance provided by the application. So this is the mobile app of Trade Easy. We'll have a look at the other trading applications. For that, we need to check out digitalblogger.com. Now first up we have Nest Terminal. Now this is obviously a terminal based solution. You need to download this application onto your computer or laptop, and once you do that you need to install this, put in your valid credentials given to you by the broker, and then you can start trading. Now feature wise this application is pretty exhaustive in nature. It's going to give you multiple sort of applications to use around. Technical or fundamental analysis, no doubt on that. You can perform whatever level because you will get multiple types of charts, technical indicators, heat maps and everything will be available. You can customize the software as well. The only problem is going to be the user experience. The trading experience is going to be a bit clumsy. If you are a beginner, you're gonna take some sort of a time. It's gonna take a while for you to understand how the overall application works, how the navigation works, how do you move from one feature to another to make sure the overall application, the trading experience remains smooth. So it's gonna take a while, but if you've been trading for a while, if you have checked other trading applications, then Nest is going to be at a similar level. Then we have the mobile application. We just talked about it. It's certainly not a recommended mobile application from a feature speed perspective. They also sort of have a web-based browser application where you just need to go to the website of TradeEasy, click on login, and you can start trading from there. But that application has a limited number of features. We don't really recommend you. So if you are, or if you want to be the client of TradeEasy, we would suggest you to use the Nest Terminal as the solution. If you want to have a detailed look of this software, you can click on this link here. We have done a thorough review of multiple trading platforms including Nest Terminal. So this is the overall an overview of this application. You can have a detailed look. In fact, you can even check this out in Hindi if you want. We talk about number of features here in length. At the same time, we also talk about the positives and negatives of using this application so that you get a complete 360-degree view of the trading platform, because it's very sort of an important decision for you to go ahead with the broker. Then we have pricing, very important again. Now account opening costs you 300 rupees. If you want to trade in a commodity segment, it's going to cost you another 250 bucks to open the account. There is an AMC annual maintenance charge of around 175 rupees you are supposed to pay to the broker every year. So these are the sort of one-time charges apart from AMC there. But one more important aspect here is going to be the brokerage rate that you're going to pay to the broker here. It's at 0.005% of your trade value, or rupees 20, whichever is higher. But the maximum is going to be 20 rupees, sorry, whichever is lower, sorry for that. But the maximum cap is going to be at 20 rupees for your brokerage charges, irrespective of your trade value. So but this is only for one segment. We need to check out for others too. Now here we are looking at again darkdigitalblogger.com. You can see that the flat cross segment doesn't really matter which segment you are kind of putting a trade into. It's going to be the same value at max of 20 rupees. You can also use the TradeEasy brokerage calculator if you want to. By doing that, you can actually get a complete idea of the overall charges you're going to pay to the broker here, and it is very sort of easy to use. You can just go to this brokerage calculator, not only just for TradeEasy, we've done it for around 80 brokers of India. So to calculate the overall charges, you can trade it across different segments. Just you need to put in your buy price, let's say it's 1,000 bucks, selling price at 1,200, you bought let's say 100 shares. Just for an example, we can just put in the state as Karnataka, click on calculate, and once you do that, you should be able to get all the charges of this broker here. You can just go ahead and put in different permutations and combinations as well. So 11 rupees is the brokerage. There are other charges obviously involved, and this is the actual profit you're going to make out of this trade when you are buying and selling 100 shares at this price respectively. You can go ahead and increase the number of shares, click on calculate again. You see that the brokerage changes to the 20 rupees maximum capital value we just discussed about. So these are different charges you're going to pay to TradeEasy if you're a client of this broker here. Then we have exposure or leverage. We talked about it initially, that it is known for high exposure values. For people who do not understand this, we'll just give you a background. It's sort of a short-term loan offered by your broker at a specific rate of interest. It can be in the range of 15 to 22, 23%, depending on the broker, depending on the turnover, depending on the profit patterns you make while you trade on the stock market. Now you can clearly see on the screen here, equity is up to 10 times, and for future and options 20 and 10 times respectively. These are high exposure values, because if you talk about the competition, well, there are brokers who can give you actually up to 40 times, but there are different positives and negatives to those brokers as well. But as far as Trade Easy is concerned, these are the exposure values that you're going to get from the broker. We'll just take an example. If you have, let's say, 10,000 rupees in your trading account, you can trade up to 2 lakh if you are trading in equity futures, or probably till 1 lakh if you're going ahead with intraday equity. You have to figure out which particular segment you're looking to put your money into, what kind of exposure value you are expecting. But you also need to understand this is a risky concept. Yes, it gives you a glorified picture of higher profits, but at the same time it also takes away a huge chunk of your principal amount if your trade doesn't really go well. So there are going to be huge losses. Of course, there are going to be good gains as well. You need to see both sides of the picture before you start using this concept for yourself. So this is exposure or leverage. Now we'll finally talk about the positives and negatives of going ahead with Trade Easy as your broker. So positives first, well, it's going to be cheap brokerage, 20 rupees at max. High exposure values we just discussed is pretty good in range. Being a discount broker, they give you free research. Although the quality of research is not going to be that great, you have to still perform some sort of background analysis at your end and well, but you are going to get some tips and recommendations on a regular basis from the broker. So these are positives. Negatives, well, at the same time, if we talk about trading platforms, most of the products that are given to you are outsourced in nature or probably are not high quality. The only option actually you have is the Nest trading application, which is pretty exhaustive. But at the same time, in case you have a feedback or a comment or a complaint, that Trade Easy will not be able to fix your problem directly. They are going to just forward that request to the NSE team, and then probably they'll take that action. So that is one problem with Trade Easy. Apart from that, you will have limited trading in investment options. You can just trade in equity, commodity, currency and derivatives. You are not going to trade or invest in mutual funds, insurance, bonds. You have to just open your account with some other financial house. Trade Easy will not be able to accommodate that aspect. Customer service is somewhere around average, not that bad, not that good either. You have to figure out that customer service is going to be at a pretty high priority when you are in a fixed trade or when you are probably in a spot of bother with your trade. But it can certainly be improved, especially in terms of turnaround time. The time they take in solving your problem is an area that Trade Easy can work upon. So these are different aspects of this broker here. We've talked about multiple aspects. Now you have to see what your preferences are out of the segments we have talked about, and make sure that correspondingly you can make a selection for yourself. However, if you want to understand the review completely, you can click on this link. We'll be putting out the links here in the description of the video. Click on that and you will be able to understand the whole process of Trade Easy, different aspects on our website. You can also get back to us in case you want us to recommend you a broker that matches exactly with your requirements. You can use this other link here, digitalogbroker.com/free callback broker choice. Put in your details, put in your preferences, and we will set up a callback with just one broker depending on your requirements. So that's it for the video. Thank you so much for watching it. We hope you liked it. In case you did, please go ahead and press the thumbs up button there. We'll really appreciate that. You can also subscribe to our channel, Digital Blogger, at YouTube for similar videos in the future. Thank you so much again for watching this video. Bye bye.